So once you have all your hours in there, you are going to start doing some formulas and adding things up. So we have our total hours here, and we need to put the total hours that each employee has worked for the week so we can figure out how much they need to get paid or how much money is owed to them. So there are lots of different ways to do that. I'm going to do a couple of them here. One way to do that is, first of all, whenever you're typing a formula into Excel, in order to make it a formula and not just a number, you want to type the equals sign. So equals is going to tell Excel that it is a formula. Okay. So if I just put 50 hours here and I added 20 hours to Sunday, it would not change the 50. Okay, you want a working formula that every time you put different hours in there, it will automatically add them up. So one way to do that is just to type equals and just to pick each cell and hit plus. Okay, notice they get highlighted as I click on them, and then when I hit enter, it adds them all up. Okay, so now if I add 20 hours to Sunday, it will change this total hours, which is what you want. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another way is to actually just type them in. Okay, so if I wanted to type the formula, it would be starting with cell B8 here, so I would type B8, and then it would be plus C8 plus D8 plus E8 plus F8 plus G8 plus H8. Okay, and notice they all get selected. You see they're all colored there. I hit enter. Same thing if I want to add 20 hours to Sunday here, it will change that. Okay, that's good. So that's a couple different ways. And very easy way to do it is to use the auto sum feature. With auto sum, you click on one cell, select it, make sure you're in the middle there, click down, drag across to the where you want to put the total, and then you're going to go up and find the auto sum button. And the auto sum button is going to be right up here. It looks kind of like an E, and that will add them for you. Okay, that's one of the easiest ways to do at least addition. Okay, so that is all done. After that is done, once you have the total hours for each employee, you're going to figure out the gross wage. The gross wage is going to be the number that that employee gets before taxes are taken out. To do that, you need a formula that's going to multiply the total hours by the wage. So once again, you're going to put equals. You're going to pick the total hours, and that is cell I7. So you can type I7, or you can just click on the cell. Then you're going to multiply. For multiplication in Excel, you're going to use the asterisk key. And then I need to pick the wage, so I can click on those cell, or I can type in the cell J7, hit enter, and that's going to give me the gross wage for that employee. Okay, and you can keep doing that for every single employee, or you can at this time implement a shortcut, and the shortcut here is the drag and fill command. And what that is if you put your cursor on a cell that has a formula in it and you go to the bottom right hand corner, notice the cursor is going to change from a big white plus sign to a thin black plus sign. Okay, and when you see that thin black plus sign, not the arrows is just not going to do the shortcut here. We want the black thin plus sign. When you click on that and drag it down, it will automatically do that same formula for this cell. Okay, so it's really easy. I can drag it all the way down for all employees, and I now have the totals for every single employee by using that shortcut. Okay, the taxes is going to be similar as the last cell. You are going to implement a formula here as well. This time you're going to take the gross wage number. Okay, so you can type in K7 or just click the cell. You're going to multiply again, and this time you're going to multiply by 0.2 because taxes are roughly 20 to 30% usually that are deducted from your check. So I'm going to put 0.2. You could put 0.20. It's the same thing. Okay, so these are going to be the taxes for each employee. And same thing, I'm going to take my cursor, go to the bottom right hand corner until that turns to a thin black plus sign, and then drag down. If you do the arrows, okay, it's just going to move your cell around. You don't want that. So bottom right hand corner, thin black plus, drag it down. Okay. You need to make sure you're putting formulas in. So I can tell they are formulas by looking right here. If you look there, you can tell each cell I click on, there is a formula showing. Okay. If you don't put a formula in and you just put a number in, that's going to show up. like that. Okay, and if I try and drag this number and there's not a formula in there, it's just going to copy everything. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are using a formula. And then for net pay, you're going to be using a formula as well. This one is going to be equals, and it's going to be gross wage minus taxes. So the net pay is what that employee gets to take home at the end of the week after paying taxes. So it's going to be K7, and we're going to subtract this cell here, or in this case L7, and press enter, and now that's my total net pay. And once again, I go to the bottom right hand corner and drag down, and there are my totals. After you have that, you're going to do a few different things with the formatting. You're going to first of all bring down the total hours here, add those up. So I'm going to use AutoSum, and then you're going to bring this formula across the whole row. So I'm going to bring that across. Okay, very easy. Then I want to format some of these cells that have money with dollar signs. So that's going to start in the wage formula, because I'm not going to use hours, because hours are not going to be dollars. Okay, so it's going to start in wage. So I highlight all of these cells. This is going to be the range J7 to M15, and then you're going to pick dollar sign or pick dollar sign up here. Okay, if for some reason they're not showing up, your column might be a little too narrow. Go ahead and widen it so everything shows up. Then what you're going to do some auto formatting, but the problem with this version of Excel is auto formatting does not automatically show up on the toolbar, so it makes it very difficult to auto format. So in order to auto format, you need to add it to the toolbar. It will not be on your toolbar automatically. So you should have directions to do that, but to do that, basically you're going to click on this arrow here. This is the quick access toolbar, so you're going to click on this arrow, go down to more commands, and here are a list of commands you can add to the toolbar to basically make shortcuts easier for you. You're going to go to all commands, and the command you're looking for is going to be called auto format. It is alphabetical. Pick it, and you're going to add, and OK, and auto format is now up here. So it's very easy. It makes things a lot easier when it's up there. So after that, you're going to auto format everything. So you're going to click on cell A1 and drag across to cell M15, and then you're going to pick a type of auto formatting. Lots of different types you can pick. It doesn't matter what type you pick. I kind of like this one, so that's the one I'm going to pick. Just kind of makes things look a little bit different and nicer.